Hello class, welcome to the orientation for our online course Business 7 Accounting for Small Business. Welcome, cheers, I'm having my morning coffee here. So this orientation will take about 20 minutes and it is for spring 2021. Our class will be completely online. There are no Zoom meetings required, and it's a late start course, so it's going to begin on February 22nd. What you see on your screen is our class syllabus, which I have emailed you, and also you can access it on Canvas. Our virtual classroom is called Canvas, and let me show it to you. So to access Canvas, if you've never done it before, go to our college's website. So it's chabotcollege.edu. Scroll to the bottom, you will see a link to Canvas, and then click for the Canvas login. I would bookmark this page because that's where you will be accessing our class. To log in, you enter your unique student number called W number. Make sure to make W capitalized and enter your password. You can later change your password, but your initial password consists of first name. So I'm Dmitry, so it would be DM, followed by the first two letters of your last name. I am Kalyaign, so it would be KA, and followed by the last four digits of the W number. And again, later you can change your password. When you access Canvas, you will see a link to your Canvas courses at Chabot. This is how our class looks like, Business 7. So I'm going to go there. Now, your site will look a little bit different with fewer items, but this is our menu. And mostly you will be using modules, discussions, and grades. So when you see modules, you can collapse or expand all these modules. That's where you find the syllabus link. You will find the link to the Zoom for my office hours. You also have different additional resources right here. And then every chapter has its own module. So let me go, for example, chapter 3 module. You have the module link right here with the deadline and all necessary links that you have to complete. I will get back to those later. So let me go back to the syllabus and have a sip of coffee. So this is my name, Dmitriy Kalyaign. This is my email address. You have to give me 24 hours to reply to your email. I'm teaching 6 classes and have a lot of students. Sometimes I will reply to your email right away, but sometimes you would have to be patient. So if you have a question about homework and you're going to post it an hour before the deadline, chances are I will not get to you. So make sure you work in advance and ask me questions at least 24 hours in advance. This is the same link that I showed to you on Canvas for Zoom meetings. We do not have, as I mentioned, required Zoom meetings, but I have office hours right here. So during those office hours, please log in and talk to me. I will be live available on Zoom. You don't even have to download Zoom. Just click on that link. Every Monday, Wednesday, 12 to 1:20 p.m. and Tuesday, Thursday, 11 to 11:50 a.m. You can ask me questions about the class, the homework. I can spend about 10 to 15 minutes with each of you. So you can read on your own the class description. This is a course that is strongly recommended before you take Business 1A. Business 1A is a university transfer level course. This class, Business 7, is a slower course. It's the lowest level accounting course. We focus on bookkeeping, and we also focus on books, payroll, accounting, financial statements for a small business, a sole proprietorship, a business with one owner. Now, this course will transfer to 4-year schools only as an elective. It's really not a transfer level course, but it's a much slower course, and students who complete that course are much more successful when they take Business 1A and 1B. So, required text and materials. You have two options. You can buy the textbook at the bookstore. This is the link, and these are the prices. So the bookstore will send you the textbook. It will be shrink wrapped. And when you Open the textbook. On the last page, I don't have it, but right here you will have a code printed for our homework management system called Connect. So Canvas is our classroom. And then from Canvas, you will go through my links. When you click on these links right here, it will take you to Connect, which is the homework management system. The first time you click on any of these links, it will ask you to register with Connect, enter your email address, and you will enter that code. And after you sign up, the systems will be synced together. You will not have to enter passwords. Once you complete your work in Connect, your points will automatically transfer to the grades on Canvas. You also have a second, cheaper option. When you go to the same link right here, any of these links, and you enter your email, you will have an option of getting just the direct online code for $85. So instead of over $100, you can pay only $85. It will give you access to the ebook and all necessary activities and assignments. The only difference between the option A and B is that in option B, you will not have a physical book. With option A, you get both the physical book and the ebook. In option B, just the ebook. So you cannot use older editions of the book. Please do not buy it from anybody else because it will come without the code, and the code alone will be very expensive. Also, you will have about 10 to 14 days of free trial, complimentary trial, where you will be able to access all of the assignments, work in your homework, read the book online, but it will expire after 10 to 14 days. And if you do not purchase the code, your work will be lost. These are the dates you can look through, and this is our grade structure. Again, you can look through it. You can see there are a lot of different activities. I do want to mention that pretty much the most important part of the syllabus are the last two pages, page 5, class schedule, and page 6. So you can see here the class schedule. What I actually do, I print it and I put it on the wall of my office so I follow weekly where we're at. So let me show you, for example, any chapter. Any chapter is very similar. The structure is very similar, very organized, and the flow is the same week to week. So every chapter you have 4 assignments to complete, 1 graded discussion board, DB, a homework assignment, a Learn Smart assignment, and a quiz. All of these assignments are due on Sunday at 11:55 p.m. One exception is the discussion board. In the discussion board, you have to post your main answer to the questions I provide, and that main post is due by Thursday midnight of the week. And then you have to reply to at least 2 students, and your replies have to be of significant content. You know, if you just say, thank you, good job, I will not count those. Your replies must ask questions, spark a discussion or conversation. So those replies are due also by Sunday, 11:55 p.m. So at a minimum, in every discussion board, you will have 3 posts. A main one done by Thursday midnight and 2 replies. If you go beyond it and you make more than 2, 3, 4 replies, I might award you with extra credit. So you have a link to the discussion board right here. So let me open it. Or you can go to the discussions from right here, So with the discussion board, like for example, right here, understanding debits, credits, I give you a question, you reply with your answer by Thursday midnight. And also in every chapter, you have an ungraded discussion board. So if I go to chapter 1, you have, this is ungraded discussion for any questions you might have. Questions about content, the chapter, or homework. I do not want you to email me questions about your homework because if you have a question, most likely other students in the class have the same question. So I want you to post your questions right here in the ungraded discussion so everybody can see my answer. Be very specific. Say, problem number 7, chapter 3, I do not know how to calculate net income. And this is a graded discussion board. And you can see the same pattern for chapter 2, ungraded, graded, ungraded, graded. Okay, So let me go back to the syllabus. After each 3 chapters, you have a test. Right here, I describe the tests in the syllabus. They will be open for 2 days, Sunday, 12:01 a.m. through Monday, 11:59 p.m. You have 1 attempt. Once you start the test, you have to finish it. And you have 3 hours or 180 minutes. You cannot save the test and come back to it later. Each test will be a combination of short problems and multiple choices, and each set of questions is unique for every student. What I also did for each test, if you're going back to the modules on Canvas, so after chapter 3, you have the test module. I recorded a YouTube video here, just 10, 12 minutes, where I walk you through what to expect on the test. How many questions, how many points, what types of problems, how many multiple choices, key terms for every chapter. So I have those videos for all 4 tests. So after each 3 chapters, you have a test. 3 chapters, a test. And the last test is not comprehensive, meaning it doesn't cover the entire material, just the last 3 chapters. Now, there is a chapter 13 also in the textbook, and we're not going to cover it. Okay, so that's where your points come from. You can see here in the grade structure, tests, and then 4 types of assignments. Learn Smart, homeworks, graded discussions, and quizzes. This is a link to my YouTube channel where I recorded lectures for every chapter, and I strongly encourage you to watch it along with reading the textbook. If you have technical issues, I cannot help you. So if you have problems with Canvas, go to this website and ask your question. If you have problems with Connect, this is the toll-free 1-800 number that is available 24 hours a day, and the customer support is quite good there. Assignments and deadlines. So I talked about graded discussions, and there was 10 points. I talked about ungraded discussions to ask questions. So the next one is Learn Smart. I recommend you start with Learn Smart. It's worth 10 points. Let me show you how it looks like. So again, if you're gonna go to the chapter module, this will be this first link, Learn Smart. And when you're gonna get there, this is what you will see. So I'm opening this Learn Smart assignment. So it will open most likely so-called this screen where you have, they call it Smart Book or Learn Smart assignment, same thing, Smart Book. You have a duration, estimated duration, so it will take about an hour. Might take you shorter or longer, depending on how well you understand the material. And you can start with reading. You can read online, or you can read your physical textbook, or this is what will be graded, your questions. So you start with questions, and with these questions, you will have various questions. You answer them. And if you don't know the answer, you can click about reading. And so matching question, 0 out of 30 concepts. You have to match the classification to the correct term. And if you don't know the answer, you click on reading and it tells you where it is. So I can go back. So once you answer all those questions, you will get 10 points. Now, if you do not answer the question correctly, it will ask you another question for the same concept until you get it, right? So some of students will complete this assignment faster than the others. So here, identify which statements are correct. Asset accounts show the property a business owns. Equity show a property business controls. Liabilities show debt. So, and then you say your confidence here, and the question is incorrect. The answer, this one should not be answered. And then when I go to the next question, the number of concepts will not change right here, right? So it will change as you answer correctly. So that's one type of the assignment called Learn Smart. The second type of the assignment is homework. And homework will take much longer. It will take a couple of hours, 2 to 5 hours. So with Learn Smart, you can answer some questions, exit, come back before the deadline, and the system will let you continue working on it. Same with homework. But I strongly suggest that you do not attempt to complete your homework assignment in one sitting. Do a couple of hours one day, and then in a couple of days come back and finish it up. So you can save and exit as many times as you want. So here I give you more information on how to complete homework in Connect. But let me show you how it looks like. So chapter 3 homework, 42 points. So whatever points are above 40, that's your extra credit. And guys, it says one attempt, but you can save and exit before the deadline as many times as you want. So you have 7 problems here, 7 problems. You can go to any of them, and they all come from the end of the book. So problem number 1 comes from exercise 3.2. You have a hint if you have a hint. This is great. It's the same problem with different amounts solved for you.
Donna Wells decided to start a dental practice.
So you can watch it, you can have closed captioning. It's actually very useful. Another thing I want to mention here, so as I complete these assignments, select 2 accounts affected in each of the above transactions. So Hayden invested cash in the business, so I know I'm going to debit cash. As I start typing cash, I can choose it from the menu. And another one is capital. Let me go to transaction 2, paid cash for equipment. So again, I'm going to debit by mistake. So I have to debit equipment, but let's say I make a mistake. I debit cash, credit equipment. So I'm switching the assignments. At any points, you can check your work. So the check your work feature will tell you number 1 is correct, number 2 is not correct. So you can return and correct it. So right here, I will say equipment, and right here, I will say cash. Now, and now everything is correct. One point I want to make here, in order for the system to show you made a mistake, you have to enter something. So like for transaction 2 credit, I skipped cash. I made a mistake. It's a mistake. The points will be deducted. But if you check your work, it doesn't show it as a mistake because you did not enter anything. So homework gives you partial credit. You go through this, and this is the best way to learn accounting. Accounting is like athletics, like sports. You have to practice. It has to click. There's no way to learn material for memorization. You have to comprehend what you're doing. So that's the homework assignment. And then, guys, also we have the quizzes. So I suggest that you complete the quiz as the last assignment of the chapter. And guys, for quizzes, there is time limit. So there was no time limit for Learn Smart or homework, but there is a time limit for quizzes and tests. For each quiz, I give you 21 multiple choice questions and 90 minutes, an hour and a half. You have to complete the quiz once you launch it. You cannot save and exit and come back to it. It must be completed in one sitting. I also want to mention that once you complete homework, quiz, and test, you can see your scores right away. After the deadline, after the due date, which is Sunday 11:55 p.m. So starting Sunday 11:56 p.m., you can go back to the same links. You can go, not Learn Smart, but homework, quiz, and test, and see what you missed. You can see any problems you missed. You can see what you did correctly, and you can always email me. That should be emailed, right? Not posted in the discussion board. Or come to my office hours and ask me questions. Why did I miss a specific question on the quiz? What was the correct answer? Or why it was the correct answer? You can actually see the correct answer. Okay, so again, there is more information here on how to complete homework in the syllabus, and also more guidelines on how to get full credit for 10 points for every graded discussion board. So right here, I give you a rubric. That's how I'm going to grade discussions. So all your Connect assignments are graded automatically, right? Your homework, Learn Smart, quiz, graded by the system. The discussions I have to manually grade. So the deadline for discussions will be Sunday, 11:55 p.m. Then the following Monday, usually on Monday, sometimes Tuesday, but usually Monday, I will grade your discussions manually, and I will give you feedback sometimes, not all the time. So when you see your grades or points posted in the grade book, right here is your grade book, right here, grades, you can click on your score for the discussion to see if there is any feedback. So I can tell, even if you got full credit, I might give you a suggestion or give you a compliment. And especially if you did not get full credit, click on it. I usually leave 1 or 2 sentences of how to improve your discussion posts. So that's the grades. Also, what I will be doing after each test, I will calculate your overall status. I will add into the grades your current percentage, your current status, your overall percentage that you have in the class after each test. Are you earning an A or B or C or D or an F? I want to remind you guys, I do not give you grades. I simply record your performance. The class has a lot of extra credit built in. Every test, every homework, and every quiz has a few extra credit points. You also have, for example, during the first week, you have an entrance survey for 5 extra points, and you have a class evaluation survey at the end. I do not give extra credit on individual basis. There will be no other extra credit. If I give any extra credit opportunities, they're given to the entire class. So as a result, a lot of you will get over 100%, and you will get an A. Right here, extra point assignments will be given to the entire class. They will not be given on an individual basis. So since there are so many extra points built in, I do not round up. If you're going to get 89.9%, you're going to get a B. In order to get an A, you have to get 90%. In order to pass the class, you have to get 70% or higher, not 69.9%. So hopefully that is clear. Please do not ask me to give you extra credit points. Also, I do not allow makeups. There are no makeups allowed. There is no late submission. The entire content of the course is open for your access. All chapters, you can work on all of them ahead. But after the deadline, that's it. You cannot make it up. Because if I allow makeups, it's going to be unfair to other students. Everybody should have the same opportunity, not just you. Now, there could be very serious circumstances, like, I had a student who, she gave a birth to a child, and of course I gave her an extension. But I do it very rarely, because it's unfair to other students, it's unfair to me, it breaks the flow of the course, and it prevents you from learning the material, because if I give you an extension, then you're not spending as much time on the next chapter. And one problem with accounting that you will notice is that it's not really math. The math is very easy. It's not that complicated, but it's cumulative. You cannot move to chapter 3 if you don't understand chapter 2. All material is built upon the previous material. It's very logical and beautiful, and it has to click right here. You have to understand what you're doing. Once it clicks, it's a skill that you will never unlearn. You will understand what's going on, and that's why accounting is called the language of business. So guys, we covered the course syllabus. Again, you can read more details and email me any questions. I covered the Canvas website, our course shell, we call it, and also we talked about the Connect assignments. So have fun, good luck with the course. One more comment. I've been teaching online for a long time. I also teach on campus or on Zoom right now, but I've been teaching online since 2002. So a good online student has to have 3 sets of skills. Number 1, time management. Do not procrastinate. Number 2, it's self-motivation. Why you taking this course? If you're feeling being burned out, remind yourselves why you're taking the class. What is your goal? Do you want to open your business? Do you want to transfer? Do you want to get a 4-year degree, an MBA? And number 3, communications. You have to communicate with me and others in the class. And I also teach this class on through Zoom, So if you feel that this class, well, I guess my class on Zoom starts earlier than your class, but there is a night class taught by Lynn Klein, so you can always switch to her class. During the first or second week, you will see whether you're getting the concepts or not. And so if the fully online class, that this is the fully online course, we call it asynchronous, is too much, you might benefit better from the course that meets once or twice a week on Zoom with the meetings required. Enjoy, have fun learning, and I'm here to help you. Thank you.